Hi, this is my weekly summary for week 8 or the last week of class. I just wanted to say what I've done throughout the semester. So I've worked on all the neat videos. So I created 4 of them, found 4 of them, posted to those 3 responses to each section. Same with any discussions we had throughout the year. I made sure I did all those. I've worked on all the snap circuits that we're supposed to do, plus the 2 projects. I've done everything that I've needed to do to pursue that A in the class. I've even went to the science museum this last week to get that cultural study in so I could have that for that A. I'm also working on, I've already done the Pinterest thing, but I'm still waiting on being approved by you. So hopefully that is done soon so I can pin the posts. I've done the write-up of the post already, I guess. What I've learned throughout the class, I've learned everything from what atoms are to how things are attracted to each other. So positive and a positive repel each other, just like negative and negative would repel each other. But a positive and a negative would attract each other, and so they would move towards each other. I've learned about resistors and how the longer the resistor is, the more effect it has on that object, and the smaller it doesn't affect it as much. I've also learned about solar panels and solar cookers. Solar cookers, the energy comes from the sunlight, which is produced in the form of heat, so that it boils the water or cooks the food or whatever people are trying to do in that situation. For the solar panels, I've learned that the solar panels takes energy from the sun and convert it into DC voltages, and then between the solar panels and the circuit board in the house, they're are converted to AC volts. I'm not sure how that process works. I just learned that it was then converted into AC volts, which is used by the house. So that's a good thing, because to plug in like a toaster, it wouldn't use DC volts. So I learned about that too. And I guess that's it. I mean, I've learned a lot more, but I could go on and talk about that. But that's just the basics. I don't really have any questions for this final week. I enjoyed working with you throughout the class. I thought that you were very helpful, David, and you were there when we needed it to be, and so I appreciate that. And even though it was an online class, I like the fact that you took time out of your day to talk to us via Skype, because I do like the face-to-face contact with teachers, because it's more personable, and that's how Grand Canyon University runs theirs. It's more like, so the teachers know all the students' names, which is very nice compared to like ASU. I've been to ASU, and I'm just a face in the crowd, so I appreciate that from you. I just base my numbers. So you asked how much hours I devoted to this class. I spent about, on average, between, I would say, 18 and 25 hours a week. So I kind of just rounded it off, and it came out to about 180, 185. So that's how many hours I devoted to this class throughout the semester. Some of the highs of the class was when I got things to actually work. So the highs of getting that snap circuit plugged in and working the solar cooker so that the water started to heat up and produce, so that energy produced heat and everything like that. Same with the solar cooker and putting it all together and knowing that it worked. I would say a low on that project was when it crashed to the ground and I lost all my, like, the panels itself, so I couldn't test it against the circuit, or the snap circuit at that time. Other lows were probably when I was booted out of the class, was probably another low. I was very lost and I didn't know what to do, and I was trying to get back in the class, which I'm glad that you gave me that student Weaver, or Weaver student password and username. It helped out a lot. So that's it on my weekly summary for this last week. I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer and you do some fun things, I guess. Thanks for being the teacher. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks. Bye.